Assalamu-Alikum and welcome back with a new concept for the B.ed classes. So our first unit is Introduction to Teaching. So the concept of teaching. Teaching is a process in which one individual teaches or instructs another individual. Teaching is considered as the act of imparting instructions to the learners in the classroom situation. The set of activities carried out to provide education to others is called teaching. So, what are the definitions? As C. Marson says that teaching is an intimate contact between the more mature personality and a less mature one. Jackson says that teaching is a face-to-face encounters between two or more persons, one of whom are teachers intend to affect certain changes in the other participants, we can say students. Anelgard, the democratic point of view says that teaching is interpersonal influence aimed at changing the behavior potential of another person. Clark says that teaching refers to activities that are designed and performed to produce in students' behavior. So there are some phases of teaching. Because teaching is a complex task, we need a systematic planning to perform this task. Teaching has to be done in steps. The different steps constituting the process are called the phases of teaching. Each phase has some operation of teaching which create the situation for learning. Teaching process can be divided into three phases, or we can say it is divided into three stages. The first one is pre-active phase, or we can say it refers to the planning that before a teacher perform they plan their lecture or the activities which they perform in the classroom. The second one is the interactive phase. In it refers to the conduct and management, that how the teacher conduct their lectures and how they manage the classroom. The third one is the post-active phase. It refers to the follow-up and consolidation, that the first stage in which teacher prepare their lecture. In the second stage, they perform the lecture in the classroom. And the third phase is it is the post-active phase in which we can say this in this stage they take a response from the students, that how much the students are active and how much their lecture is effective, that students are more actively engaged in the classroom. Now, the nature and characteristics of teaching. Teaching is a social and cultural process which is planned in order to enable an individual to learn something in his life. We can describe the nature and characteristics of teaching in the following way. Teaching is a complete social process. So, teaching is undertaken for the society and by the society. With ever-changing social ideas, it is not possible to describe exact and permanent nature of teaching. Teaching is giving information. Teaching tells students about the things they have to know and students cannot find out themselves. Communication of knowledge is an essential part of teaching. Teaching is an interactive process. So, teaching is an interactive process between the students and teaching sources, which is essential for the guidance, progress, and development of students. Teaching is a process of development and learning. Teaching causes a change in behavior. Teaching is art as well as science. Teaching is face-to-face encounter. Teaching is observable, measurable, and modifiable. Teaching is skilled occupation. Every successful teacher is expected to know the general method of teaching learning situation. Teaching facilitates learning. Teaching is both conscious and an unconscious process. Teaching is from memory level to reflective level. Teaching is a continuum of training, conditioning, instruction, and indoctrination. So, what is the role of a teacher? The primary role of a teacher is to deliver classroom instruction that helps students learn. To accomplish this, teachers must prepare effective lessons, grade student work, and offer feedback, manage classroom materials, productively navigate the curriculum, and collaborate with other staff. So, the concept of effective teaching. What is the concept of effective teaching? Effective teaching is a continual learning process. Each school year brings changes to which competent teachers must adapt. Changes can happen in terms of students, curriculum, building issues, colleagues, administrator, finance, health and safety concerns, families, communications, communities, and a host of other influences on the daily life of teacher. So, the foundation upon which teachers base their ability to adapt to changes and successfully navigate the complexities of the classroom comes largely from their personal abilities and experiences. These personal abilities and experiences can be classified as prerequisites of teaching, that is, competencies that are acquired and demonstrated before the teacher ever walks through the schoolhouse door. Prerequisites of effective teaching are often considered in relation to novice teachers, but in fact they reflect the accumulated competencies and experiences that any teacher brings to their classroom. So, what is the definition of effective teaching? Effective teaching can be defined as teaching that successfully achieves and the objective of teaching learning of effective teaching. There are various aspects of effective teaching, such as effectively managing a classroom, starting each class with a clear objective, engaging students with questioning strategies, consolidating the lesson at the end of a period, and designing common student error and correcting them that can be systematically measured by observing classroom and by asking students.